Hi everybody, it's Carol. Welcome back to my channel. And what I have here, I am going to make a pocket out of, I'm going to make a pocket and it's going to be material and the inside is going to be a coffee filter. And I've seen this done, but not this way. I'm kind of putting my own little twist on it. And so anyway, I've just been playing this morning and I have a couple more to make, so I thought I'd come on camera and show you how I did it. Okay, so I have a coffee filter and this is the brown one. It's not the white coffee filter, and which I like, you know, better, because if it was white, I would feel like I would have to stamp on it or coffee diet or something. So I already cut out some material that is a little bit larger than the coffee filter, because what I'm going to do is glue it down and then sew it around. Here I have a zigzag pattern on here, and then I'll cut the excess off and then fold it up and decorate it. So I'm just going to do a little bit of glue here. I'm going to use my glue stick because I will be sewing it around the top of the coffee filter. So I'm just going to tack this down, not where I'm going to be sewing it, just going to be close to the top, in the middle, and I'm going to try and get all the sides down. Okay, so this is down pretty good. So I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, which is right here. And I think I'm going to do the zigzag again. I think I'm going to do a 5 because it's a little bit larger. Okay. So this will be done in about a minute. I apologize, you won't be able to see, but when I try to sew, the light, I guess it's the way my light is. When I turn the light on my sewing machine, it glares from my camera and you really can't see anything. So whenever I sew, I either do it, you know, pause the video and do my sewing, or I just sew on the side here so the light is not going to interfere with the video. If I did a straight stitch, it would be done in no time, but I'm doing the zigzag, so that just takes a little bit longer. Almost done. I'm not the greatest at trying to sew pretty even, especially going in a circle. You know, that's a little challenging, to say the least. Okay, so here we go. This looks really nice. And I'm going to get, oh, I have my scissors here. And I'm just going to cut the material. I'm going to go as close to the stitching. I love the zigzag stitch on some projects. It just looks really nice. This material is pretty inexpensive. My daughter picked it up for me at the Dollar Tree. And it just looked so nice that I thought, look how pretty that is. And okay, so this is so simple. It's a very easy project to do. Okay, so I'm going to bring, what I'm going to do is just kind of I'm just going to try and see how close. Well, this isn't going to come up yet. This is what I'm trying to do, make the folds on the side. And this is going to make a nice tuck inside your journal. So I want to get the crease in here. You can use a bone folder, but it's, you know, you could still do it if you don't have it. I still can't find mine, so I use the, you know, the back of my scissor handles. And I really don't want to go buy another one because I know if I did, the other one will appear. So in the meantime, I'm going to use my scissor handles. Okay, so this is so easy. I'm just saying. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these down, and I will use, okay, I'm going to put my finger right where I know it's that I need to keep it down without closing this up, because this is going to be a tuck back there, and this is going to be a tuck in the front. And then when you put it in the journal, you know, again, you just glue it down on two sides, and then you have a tuck back here. But because it is material, it is kind of, unless I put card on the back to make it thicker, but, and I'm thinking I'm even going to use it as a floating pocket. So this here, this open part, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down to tack it down, because this is going to be a tuck for inside here. So I want to make sure these little bits are down, otherwise whatever card you put in there, it's going to get caught on it. And that's happened to so many pockets of mine that I had. So I'm really mindful of making sure all those little sticky uppies are, you know, wherever any papers tend to stick up, I always try and make sure I'm going to glue them down. So let's see, do I have a, okay, I'll use this here. So you'll have a tuck here, and then a tuck here, and then if you, I think I'm going to use it as a floating pocket. I think I will. You know, I'm really not sure. I guess it'll depends on the journal, you know, how I use it. And so, you know what, even if you only tuck down two sides, you can put cardstock back here just to make it a little firmer, a little more robust, so that you can glue it down on the back here and on the back on the bottom and still have this. And it'll be, it's not going to be flimsy like this because you will put cardstock behind it. So that'll work. So you'll have, if you do that, then you'll have one pocket, two pocket, and then the third, which is nice. But I think this is something different. And what I've seen with coffee dyed pockets using not coffee dyed, but using coffee filters on pockets is an envelope, making it into an envelope. This is kind of like an envelope, but really not. So I did have another black and white one that I started. So I will take that and decorate that. And because doing this, I showed you how I did it. Now this one just had straight stitching on it. So what I'm going to do with this one is glue this part down. Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm only gluing this I don't want to, I think some glue got in there, so I'm just going to wipe. And it could have been glue that was just on my finger, and I thought it came from back here. Not sure. But anyway, okay. And then I do want to glue this bottom tuck down on both sides. So now this is going to be glued down to the bottom. Otherwise, whatever I put in there, it's going to get caught inside that pocket. So this way, this is all glued down. And then I'm going to glue this here, and then the pocket will be usable. Well, it'll still be usable, but it won't be a pain to try and, you know, put something in there. This was so fun to make. And it was so easy to sew around there. You know, with the coffee filter, you just glued it down and sewed it. And I think I do like the zigzag the best. I like the zigzag the best. So when I make more of these, it will be with the zigzag pattern. It's so pretty. Okay, so there we have that one. Now this here I just have decorated with material and a piece of doily and then some buttons on there. And what do I have here? Let's do this one. So I made ruffles, and I thought I wanted to use my ruffles here. And I will glue the ruffle down on here. And I'm just going to go in the middle, right across the front. And these are so easy to decorate. Just straighten that little edge off. I love these ruffles I made. They were, this is material I had, and I had quite a bit of it, so I thought that I would make some ruffles out of it, because to me it's very vintage looking. Okay, so I brought some lace because I thought I would bring some lace on here just to break up the checks, because that's a lot of checks over there. And I didn't want, or I could have put lace across the whole front, but I thought just going to do half of it, and I will probably go down to the pocket. Just like that. Okay. Okay, that's looking good. I'm liking that. I like that on there. And if I think it needs a little color, because it is white, but you know what? There is white on here too, so I think it's going to be good. And I did bring some gold buttons I had, so I thought on the pocket I could do a big, like a vintage gold button, and then on the side I could put two there, or I could, maybe I could put one there and two there. Either way, I like it both ways, but I think I will put the two there and the one there, because that's how I placed it down first. So these buttons are old, Okay, let's see. Oh, these are open. I wonder how I think I may have to. Just gonna put a blob. I don't know if it's gonna. Yes, it will, because I can see the material is right down on the glue. Let me separate these a little bit. Oh, that looks nice. I like that. I think that looks pretty. You know, and you can stamp in here, but I didn't do that. I just wanted to keep it kind of plain, because a journaling card is going to go in here. A journaling card. This is getting caught on the bird. This like sticks up a little bit. So unless it's, yeah, no, that's fine. So, and a card is going to go in here. And then, depending how I use it, when I use it, I think I will put a cardstock behind here, and then just glue it on two sides. Okay, so let's do this one. What do we have here? I have more of this blue, and I think I want to keep it here because there's blue flowers in here, and I think that's going to work well together. And let's see, I have some blue and red buttons because there is red in here, so it'll be blue and red. And I did bring along this buckle, and I thought, I don't know if it would work, but I thought maybe to have something different, I could take the material here and make it look like a belt loop or something. Oh, that's pretty. I could do something like that. And this gives it a whole different look. And maybe if I had another up there, make it look just like the black and white buffalo check, and have that up there, or just do something different and maybe have that and have the buttons all on the bottom. Have everything on the bottom flap here. Because this is busy. You know, this is really busy, and I can have everything on the bottom. Like this one here. It'll be like this one. Oh, look, this hair is in both. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one here. I'm just gonna go with it because I'll be here all day long. Although this is gonna be a quick video. So I mean, it's quite easy. It's quite simple to make. And I think what I'm gonna do is just glue the material onto the belt buckle, or buckle. It doesn't have to be a belt buckle. It could be a buckle of anything. Okay. Yes, I think this is going to be pretty. All right, so I think I'm just going to go right across, and then I'll just cut off the extra material. Boy, this is different, putting that buckle on there. I think it looks nice. You could still get a card in there. Okay. And then we'll put the red and the blue. Or the red and the blue. Just trying to figure out, I think I like it there. I think I like the red on the bottom. And the blue in the corner up here. If you hear snoring, that's Stella. She's sleeping right next to me. Okay. All right, so I think this is it. Look at that. So we have a pocket here, a pocket in here, and everything is still wet, so I'm not going to put the cardstock on the back right now, but I think that's what I'm going to do because this is really soft, and I'm thinking I want to keep it in there for a tuck. And if I do that, then I'm going to have to put cardstock behind it and then just glue it down on two sides, and you'll have 3 tucks on there. And this is so easy, and you can whip these up in no time. And I still have a couple more here that I think I'm going to finish off and have a good start. And you know, these are going to be great inside the journal. So anyway, thank you so much for coming along and joining me, and we'll talk again soon. So you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.